Okay, so hello everyone and welcome back to my replay analysis. This is FoE field replay analysis number 2 and it is going to be of a Naga Siren. Just so that everyone knows, this replay was submitted by Krish Manial, whose in-game name is WonKka, and last time I did analyze a 2.5k MMR bracket, so this time I thought I would go slightly higher and probably keep going higher on every replay analysis just to make it more interesting. So in this game, I will be analyzing mainly the Naga Siren and what he could do right, what he couldn't do right, what changes he could have done. Also, a disclaimer in this game. Um, Also, a disclaimer being that Naga Siren does lose this game after probably getting a lot of farm. That's what I have been told, but I'm gonna see in this game how it actually goes. Uh, okay, now people generally at a high MMR don't do a lot of, you can say, time pass at the base, but out here you can see Urchiku just does fissure the Naga and blocks him. This shouldn't actually happen. I mean, you should buy your items, get out of your lane, and probably move towards the rune spots earlier than the opponent so you can position yourself for probably a pick off at level 1, which would be beneficial. So I think this is time wasting, this block, because you could have been right now maybe at the bot rune going with the Necro or maybe helping him out there. Another mistake on here which I already saw is Necros killing a skill at level 1. So if he does get ganked at level 1 right now, he has no survivability since he's already opted out to take a spell point in Heartstopper Aura. Coming in, let's resume this game and see how it goes. So that's just a little time waste here. Naga does buy 3 armored branches and 2 pool tangos, so in my opinion that is a good inventory. He is versus a Storm Spirit mid, and generally a Storm Spirit should destroy a Naga Siren, but apparently the game does go well for him, so I think he does win the lane, because as far as I know this Naga Siren does go mid solo. Since he's mid solo, he does pick up 3 armored branches with 2 pool tangos and just rushing a bottle, and that's fine. If he does generally, if he does not convert these 3 into a magic wand, I would generally suggest buying only 2 armored branches, since getting a bottle is just much faster, and you can actually do it in the first creep wave itself. So it's just a general opinion. You can already see the amount of carries and the lack of supports in this game, because it's not really a high level game. Did White pull him a tango? Seems like White did. He has only 2 tangos here. Free bounty runes. Both the bounty runes actually picked up by the Radiant. Now, just coming to this. This is an important aspect of the game, in my opinion. At level 1, getting that 100 EXP and 100 gold advantage really plays an important role. For a mid hero, he could get his bottle much faster, and he's already 100 more EXP than the opponent. So him becoming level 2 now will be just 2 more creep kills, where he can go a little more aggressive. Whereas in the bot lane, the carry, or you can say the troll who probably will jungle, got a bounty rune, so it enhances jungling. So that 100 early gold is really beneficial for a carry, support, mid, or any role for that matter of fact. So I really think you should at least contest one bounty rune, if not both, and secure it for sure, because it might just create a major impact in early games. Some people at low MMRs do, you can say, underrate bounty runes, but I really find it really crucial to games. So let's see Naga Siren. He does miss his block out there, so Storm Spirit hasn't chose to block the creeps. So creeps still meets are there. Techies had planted mines where he got first blood from, so that's okay. Now let's see what this Naga does. He is people who don't know, if you go near your opponent creeps and click A on any hero on the map, the aggro of the creeps comes towards you. You can really drag the creeps back and make it in your favor. Storm does use a remnant and gets only one creep out of it. Yes, he does get only one creep out of it. Whereas Naga Siren does use a Riptide to spam and get some gold up. He already has a bottle running in the first creeper itself. So that is really good since he got, I think, all 4 creeps, if not 3. I mean, right now Storm should be hitting him. A situation like this, I mean, Storm should notice Naga Siren does not have a stout shield in the middle lane, so he can literally zone him out no matter what. He should continuously use his remnants to farm with an overcharge attack coming out of Naga Siren, just pushing him behind, and he shouldn't have got such an early bottle. However, he did. He is coming at melee range, and this could be a Riptide coming. They are man fighting Naga Siren just for security reasons. I mean, safety, just mirror images and pushes it ahead. He does fall pretty low, and probably Storm would have killed him if he just decided to fight the Naga Siren, I feel. I think an important thing about Naga Siren is item progression, as to what items to make when and what will be beneficial when. He does go pick up the runes, so he does need rune control against a Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit like 50 gold away from the bottle, and he is the same creep kills as a Naga, and that shouldn't happen in a Storm Spirit Naga matchup, in all honesty. So an early bottle coming in, he should have 100 gold away from a boots of speed. Let's see what he decides to go this game. I am concentrating on lane control because I really want to see how Naga actually wins the lane, because he is leading in creeps over the Storm. Storm is falling really low. He does get a bottle up and might have to use it completely to get full HP, whereas Naga is just free farming at the middle lane practically.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Naga does spawn illusions, deciding what to buy. Whatever. Top lane, nothing much happening. If Storm did pull him earlier, he could have done much more damage than he expected. Or he might have died since Earthshaker was pretty close. He just left his illusion unattended and now has 5 seconds left, which could have been used for much better opportunities, maybe to scout the jungle or to just roam around the map or even hit Storm Spirit just to push him back slightly more, but it was just left. He does buy a Rage Band, which I'm really shocked about, since after a bottle, a boost of speed is a general basic invent which would help him, which would secure him from any ganks that would be incoming. But then again, there's only a POTM support in the opponent team for now. So even if he does get ganked, I think he will survive unless a 5-second arrow does connect, which would easily cause his death. So he finally does score a Rage Band and a boot of speed. Coming to one more thing with a Naga Siren. A Rage Band and a boot of speed. So one good thing that Naga is doing is he's not rushing a Radiance, and I really like, people do rush Radiance, getting say a 12 minute, 13 minute Radiance. But then after that, what are you going to do with the Radiance is won't be that high impactful, because you won't have a boot of speed. You can't split push that fast. You might get a boot of speed in no time after that, but with a boot of speed early game, you can push around faster, you can farm faster, and getting a Ring of Aquila helps you to spam much more, just boosting your farm potentials. So I would never recommend anyone to rush a Radiance with a Naga Siren in any game, no matter what. Let's see now. Naga Siren taking runes, just some normal plays. Earthshaker DC's in the middle. Pause, gotta just fast forward. Friendly teams waiting for him to reconnect. Does get a Rage Band, a boot, using his replay to farm, and that's one good thing he's doing, that no matter if his mana is high or low, he just spams on the creeps just to get last hits and does not, irrespective if his mana is low or high or anything, continuously spamming just to gain some more gold and some more net worth. I yet don't know how Naga is winning this lane with ease. He's getting both the runes, so Storm is not contesting runes either. That may be one of the reasons he's comfortably winning lanes. So I think Okay, Naga did become a region rune. I mean, this is a very small thing in my head I just thought of, but whatever. It's so let's go slightly behind. Yes, Naga's going for the rune. He has around 200 mana, so he can spam two Riptides as of now. So I think if he picked up this rune, went mid, spammed a few Riptides, got a few more lasts, Zone of the Storm more, instead of just using the regen and using a mirror image and like it not really being that effectful as it should be. I think that would be more impactful for him and might have boosted his farm and reduced Storm's farm at the same time. He does send on a Hellbear Smasher, so three of them do get Lab Storm. Is level 6, so really won't die, but he is just farming away. He does make a Aquila and probably might upgrade his boots into a BOT. Actually, he would do that after Radiance. That's what General Naga do. Let's see. I'm just gonna fast forward a bit, take sleep at level 1. So, this is one more thing coming in. Many Naga Sirens do not take sleep. I mean, at a low level game, you need sleep, and it's not because of someone's a noob or someone's a pro or something like that. It's just the expectations of a gank. At a high level game, if you're a Naga Siren and you don't have sleep at level 6, it really does not matter because if someone is coming to gank you, he would know that you have sleep online. So the only reason they would gank you is if they feel that irrespective of your sleep or not, they are going to kill you. So some people do skip sleep at level 6 and take it later on, and it really doesn't make a difference at high level games. Whereas at low level games, you do need it because surviving ganks is really, really important. Let's see, he's normal farming, spamming away, he's doing well. He's completely winning the lane, moving towards the NCs, farming those as well. So, sending one neutral and mid just to Harris. So he is utilizing his own NCs to farm. He's gank happening at the bottom lane. There were Techies mines there, but nothing. Anti-mage would have tried to hit. Whatever. So this is one thing good, and I mean, let's say this was a high level game. If Naga did skip one level in the sleep and went for one more level in the mirror image, I think he could have got NCs out here. He could have got these NCs because the neutrals, I mean the mirror images illusions do tank more and do damage more as well. So I think this small skill point change would have boosted his farm. So yeah, I think that would be really beneficial, and it would probably get him a radiance faster than he should. But however, many people do take sleep at level 6, so it's not a bad thing to do. The good thing about Naga is he is taking every rune no matter what. At 2 minutes, he is going to every rune, taking it. He's spawning his illusion, sending him to NCs, farming those, just boosting up his farm. He's playing aggressive right now because he has a haste rune and storm and can't kill him. Axe won't have a dagger by now. Just 8. Okay, he does have a dagger. Impressive. He's not gone for the tranquil boost, so he does have a dagger. There again, picking up every rune possible. Storm not even contesting one rune. So yeah, I mean, I don't like the Storm at all. Just to be very, very honest, he is not playing well. You can't give a Naga so much when you're a Storm. It just doesn't happen that way. Spamming again, going for runes. Finally, Storm picks up and makes his way to gank. Naga free farming has already 2000 gold. I mean, right now it's a farming game. I honestly want to actually see what he does with the radiance whenever he gets it. So I am watching it at a high speed. Just gonna click on Naga to see he's farming, sending neutrals to other camps out here, just to farm it at once. Uses his regen properly. and continues to farm. So this is basic Naga play coming out, utilizing your lane, utilizing the jungle, utilizing every possible creep that you can at such an early game to farm up and get an early radiance. Naga in a gang. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so Naga moving towards the gang. POTM does ulti. Let's see what happens in this gang. Storm is behind him. POTM ulti has worn off now. This could be a sleep. Okay, he does. He just. I didn't like that. Whatever. Wait. What happened? What here? Oh no, I was slightly more behind. So yeah, I think this is the time. I'm going to take a few seconds. Okay, so yeah, let's see. Storm has 100 mana left. Or even before this, he has 200 mana. His zip range with that 200 mana is not a lot. So Naga should use a Song of Siren, let Void survive so that he can go back to base and he does not have to forfeit his life. Even though he has only 350 gold, losing that really is crucial for Void in such games. So I think he should have used his Song of Siren now just to save the Void, and he could have gotten the Storm kill pretty easily, but decides not to use a Storm to save his teammate, and Void loses his life. Like even though Storm does lose his life at the end of it, it's like you're losing a carry for a mid, so where you could have actually saved. So reducing the losses is very beneficial while increasing the profit at the same time. A sleep would have helped him. He dies out here. POTM, anti-mage. POTM should survive out there. He is going low to Heartstopper Aura, but that won't kill him off too far. So yeah, like small mistakes is that he's already 3200 gold at the 12-minute mark. So that's a really fast radiance that he's getting. Again, sending neutrals to scout, to other NCs to farm. I want to see when he gets his radiance. It's a normal basic Naga play where you send your mirror images to the jungle to farm while you riptide at mid, so you get farm all over the map at one time. I want to see what happens there. I can just go back easily since because of the replay feature. Probably somewhere here. Yeah, let's check it what happens from here. So POTM did ulti, Troll shows himself with the ulti, Blink Berserk. He could have slept much earlier to save the storm. Naga already knows Axe has a dagger, so he shouldn't be around here, but he does wait. Does get Blink call, and this is his death, of course. Does not get time to sleep. That was expected pretty much since he Blink called the Urshik out there. He could already see quite a few heroes at the middle lane, so he should have immediately backed out, but he let Axe get a chance to Blink in and Berserk him. And yeah, Axe playing super aggressive. Arrow hitting, I mean. Okay, will Jackie's die there? Yeah, so Fissure save him, but not Jackie's. Suicide, Echo Slam, and Reaper's Kite. Reaper's Kite on mana. He does that on mines, okay. Now, coming to a point. The reason why Naga is really a strong carry is because he gets 6 slotted faster than any other carry in the game, and that is his really major advantage that cannot be matched. I mean, of course, if there's an alchemist in the game or something like that, or maybe a tinker, you could get 6 slotted slightly faster, but other than that, I do not think any proper late game carry can farm as fast as Naga. So if you fight a Naga versus any other carry 6 slot versus 6 slot, Naga might probably lose that. But the reason he's that strong is when Naga gets his 6 slots, the opponent carry might have around 4 slots or 3.5 to 4 slots. So we cannot really contest the Naga at that point, which is really very beneficial for the Naga. However, in such a game, I can see the Radiant team are really playing very aggressive, continuously fighting, getting ganks off, and that does not suit a Naga's play. Naga's play is spawn illusions, get a quick radiance, just split push, and keep split pushing around the map, create pressure in the lanes. I want to see if Naga does do that when he gets his radiance, but so he's farming the dire jungle now. That's always beneficial. This is like minimizing your minimizing the opponent's farm while maximizing your profits. And he does get a radiance. Oh, sleep use. I'm missing too many ganks in this replay analysis, and I do apologize for it since it's Naga Siren. So blink, berserk on 2 heroes. He's spinning. Axe misses his skull. A sleep use. He should survive. He buys a radiance recipe. I couldn't do much more there. That's fine. At least he gets a radiance. Now is what I want to actually see of Naga Siren. Let's see how he chooses to play and what is his playstyle with the radiance on.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
So the aggression by the Radiant just won't let Naga really push well. And I think this is the main reason they lost. Okay, so Naga's a strong hero, yes, but if you're going to play against a lineup that just wants to fight and kill you, Naga is just a weakling. He has 1000 HP and just a radiance, so he does not have any major survivability, does not have any major high level damage where he can just right click an opponent down with ease. And later you can see Troll has a blink, so he can blink in easily. Storm can anyway zip in, Pure can anyway leap in, even though he's a support, and Axe also has a blink. So they all 5 heroes can literally just come into the ganks at a really high speed and get more kills. Storm already has an Orchid, so he can make more plays. Even though Naga did win mid, it's 19 minutes and Storm should have an Orchid by now. It's a good enough time. They have taken more towers. The Dire team has not even taken a single tower. So these are the small things that really cause Naga to fall back. He gets Radiance now, he'll split push, but the Radiance should be far ahead by now. Yeah, you can see that Santa's at 500 in EXP and gold already. That was not expected. That was completely expected. They did take 2 towers, taking a tier 2 admit. This is the 3rd tower. All the heroes are farmed, whereas Techies is getting a scepter, needs 1,200 more for it. Void is not farmed at all. Honestly, being a safe lane carry, he should have much more than just a tread and a maelstrom. If you see what his stats, he is 240, so he has died 4 times. Unfortunate. ES not even close to his arcane boost. He can't spam much, whereas Necro has a mech and that's decent enough, but could have had more. Anyways, let's see what Naga does right now.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Naga does not have sleep at this moment. He can just net the axe. Troll should die. Storm should also die. Naga's dead. Oh, he bottles up and survives, but axe would call him.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower.
Now this is what you call Rambo-ness. The way Troll and Storm just dived in. Storm zipped in from a far range where his mana got over at this point. So that was just a bit of throw gaming. Void does blink in. Okay, time walk in and misses Chronosphere. So Anti-Mage picks up a gem just for techies. Out there, I think Naga should have sent his illusion in some other lane before they even managed to reach high ground and pushed it out so the pressure increases. With the Radiance, I think one of the most important things is creep skipping. Yes, you can go in the lane, you can push with your creeps, your illusions, while killing the opponent creeps. But creep skipping really plays an important role. I mean, if Naga does send his illusion from here to here and creep skips out here or here or somewhere here, it makes it much easier for the allied creeps to move towards the tower and damage it a bit and probably force TPs out from the opponents. And that would really reduce their farm, would create some pressure, would make more rotations from them just to save towers. So I think that would be much more beneficial because you're distracting the opponents and changing their movements, whereas now they can move freely. They don't really care as to what you're doing because now the lanes are pushed. No towers are taken, no towers are low. Yes, all towers are pretty much full except the bottom, which is less than half.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tech heals as a scepter, so he can plant mines from far. He's already planting.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
I think one Naga should be sent ahead at least, so he can, like, he will get his tower eventually. Ready? 15 seconds. So this is when I keep skipping what would happen. If Naga out here, while keeping back to base, if he send one illusion here, so having one illusion there would probably drag this creep wave away from the allied creeps, so that would let the allied creeps attack the tower even more, whereas you're damaging the tower with the other two illusions, whereas you're killing the creeps with one illusion and a riptide. So that just boosts your farm, probably would force out more TPs, and probably would help you get a slightly higher advantage. Like not a massive advantage, but anything is beneficial. Resuming the game, Naga TP'd back. And Echo Slam hitting 2. I mean, this team after having a massively huge lead is diving a lot. Naga shouldn't back out, should kill them all. This is literally throw gaming. So for no rhyme or reason, the opponents just dive past the tier 3 tower and give the dire kills, and probably that's the reason they had a slight comeback in this game. Honestly speaking, after the leads that the Radiant had, the Dire should have had no comeback. They could have easily just gone for the bottom tower and the top tower, taken that, boosted their goal advantage, and probably got BKBs on their heroes and then preferred a dive, which would have been much more beneficial. 23 minutes at Radiant's BOT Yasha Kila bottle is really good farm, and he probably is leading the net worth. Let's check that out. Yes, he is by around 2,500 gold. This is what Naga should do now. He is selling one Naga bottom to take these creeps that are just incoming. One Naga at this jungle, this executor camp. His real Naga here. And this way he's getting three things at one time. He's getting two NC camps and one full creep wave. Boosting his farm completely, and this really creates pressure for the team. Natural Force does DC. Naga shouldn't die. He sleeps, probably will just BOT out just to be a little more safe. Techies does signal mines there. The perfect timing to stop it. Storm. I'm just curious. If Naga, I'm pretty sure about this here. If when Naga uses Song of Siren, he makes everyone invulnerable. So no matter what you do, you cannot kill the person. So right now Storm does zip onto him, which he is going to, as you can see clearly, and he does step on the mines. The mine should logically do no damage to him. So I think Naga should, but his sleep is almost over as well. So in my opinion, Storm should die. Let's see what happens. I'm just curious. Okay, so Storm does zip slightly ahead. Naga eventually does die, but Storm does zip slightly ahead. A tower 2 for 2 exchange. Like, I'm going to repeat myself on this. The main aim for Naga Siren is to keep increasing your lead while reducing your losses. The opponents have 4 carries. Let's talk on POTM. So, 3 carries versus a Faceless Void, Naga Siren, and Necroforce. The Radiant team are completely overfarmed right now as comparison to the Dire. Only Naga is leading the net worth. I'll come to that later. So the thing about this gang here, you resume here. So Naga, when he does use his sleep, he should immediately just TP'd out. This would reduce his death. I mean, he did try to make some plays by running towards the mines, thinking both of them would come, which they eventually did. Mines blow up, he gets a double kill. What he did not expect was Troll to come in, help the team out, and probably kill the Naga Siren, making it a 2 for 2 exchange. But just being safer always. If he did sleep out here, he wouldn't have lost gold. His teammate, whichever died with him out there, I don't remember clearly, but wouldn't have lost gold either. The Storm and the Axe would have lost gold, but that doesn't make a difference to them because they are anyway farm, so they wouldn't really mind it. I mean, they would feel bad about dying, but it really wouldn't affect their plays. Whereas Troll would get some more gold and get closer to a BKB where he can clearly walk higher ground and kill you at a much faster rate. So I think reducing that is really like reducing your gold loss while gaining gold at the same time really is an important factor, and that comes to play at high level gaming where it is really hard. Also, coming to one more thing, when you have a Naga Siren in your team and you have 2 other carries, you have to have a major impact in the game being a Naga Siren, because once you get the Radiance, I don't think any of your carries in your team are going to get worthwhile farm. You will have sometimes illusions in your NC, sometimes illusions in their NCs, illusions in all 3 lanes if possible. I mean, I'm not a pro Naga player. If you do want to watch someone play a professional Naga Siren like that, you can always watch Miracle DotA, because he is by far the best Naga Siren in the world. So he occupies the entire map when he's Naga Siren and he has a Radiance, getting a lot of farm and probably being 6 slotted by the 30-minute or 35-40-minute mark. That's really strong. So the thing that Naga does is he takes everyone else's farm in the game, all the other carries or semi-carries or whichever healers are there. Those semi-carries or carries do not get any item progression and they slowly and steadily fade off in the game. So while Naga's taking all the farm all over the map, he should make sure that he is going to create a major impact. Because honestly, like as his mail told me, as quoted by him saying, I played really well this game, but we lost. If you're a Naga Siren and you take over the map where Void does not get farmed, where Necroid does not get farmed, and on the meanwhile their anti-mage, their Troll, their Storm is just farming here and there slowly but surely and have an advantage, you cannot really kill 5 of the opponent heroes on your own. Dota is a team game, so an underfarm Void can't damage the opponents at all. And probably I expect this to happen, that Naga will be the most farmed hero at the end of the game and probably will be 6 slotted really very soon. But I really don't think that he will be able to kill the opponent's 5 heroes. So he being really strong and not killing the opponents while his allies being really weak and just dying to the opponents makes Naga Siren probably slightly the cause of this loss, since hogging over farm while not utilizing that farm at its highest priority probably costed them this game if I'm not wrong, which I'll only come to know once I watch the entire replay. Let's see what happens. So this is the gank again. I don't want to watch it again. 2 for 2. Orchika has his arcane gold. Troll does get Roshan again, so Naga Siren going for a Manta style now, that's fine. More split push. T-Pain spawning illusions. This is what I mean, creep skipping. Always beneficial. He could damage the tower much more. These creeps damaging the tower much more just because he creep script. If he hadn't done that, speed first. If he hadn't done that, what would happen was the creeps would meet at the tower. They would fight each other. The dire creeps would not hit the tower anymore, which would let the tower completely kill off the enemy creeps while they are attacking the enemy creeps. So that would just cause the tower not to fall. I mean, creep skipping plays a really major role. What is it Naga Siren doing? I see he's farming the NCs, keeping bottom. Reaper Sky, 86-second cooldown. He's close to his Manta. He's farming really fast and is still 2000 gold ahead of Troll. He should right now spawn his illusions and send those illusions right on the Dire NCs while he's pushing the bottom lane, boosting farm. What you want to do with the Naga is, if you're making your own team suffer by taking out the farm, make the Dire team suffer as well by taking out the entire NCs. He is sending one Naga everywhere. Just creating some pressure, creating that, okay, there's an illusion here, we have to go back, we have to kill that illusion, he's stealing our farm. It always builds pressure. He's taking creeps here, that's what I mean. This is a really good thing that Naga has done. He's pushing the bottom lane. While pushing the bottom lane, he's utilizing the entire NC of the Radiant. That minimizes their farm, that maximizes his farm. And this is giving leverage to his allied heroes to farm in the middle lane where he's not there, to farm in their own jungle where he's not there, and to farm the top lane. But since they are pretty underfarmed, they do not have the leverage to just walk into the jungle without dying. Like right now, if they do see the void out there, this should be a dead void. Blinken. Okay, Blinken Berserker to come. Ah, he double clicks the Blink Dagger by mistake and backs out of there. Where is the Naga Siren going this meantime? He went mid. Creep skipping again. Okay, now here's what will happen, in my opinion. If this is a good thing that Naga is doing, like by creep skipping here. If they had killed off the Faceless Void out there with their creeps being somewhere here, they could have easily gone and tried to push higher ground, at least damage it, since they do have a BKB on Troll, if nothing else. They also have an Aegis, so that will be an easy high ground. By creep skipping, it just means that they would not have enough creeps to take the tower, and it would probably force them to back out and come defend their tower that is taking damage. But since either way they did fail the gank, Naga manages to clear the creeps, farm a bit, and get the push towards the tower, just increasing the pressure. Split pushing, farming, this is some normal Naga Dota. We can see in the minimap. Let's see what happens here. I want to go slightly back. Yeah, that's better. So Naga is pushing the top lane while the gank happens here. 2-man Berserk and Void dies to a Calling Blade. Yes. Troll does go low but does not dies and loses Aegis. In the meanwhile, Naga is still pressuring top. That's a good thing she's doing. Troll spawns, probably kills off the Earthshaker. Let's see, Naga still increasing the pressure. He's using his illusion to damage the base tower and is keeping back now. I really don't think he should have done this. There was a major fight at mid. So yes, Tom did run out of mana and he should have expected that. Troll, I mean, people do this, that if you look at the opponent heroes, you click on it and you tell a teammate who has a TP who does not have a TP. In this situation, Troll did not have a TP. Anti-mage cannot kill the Naga right now. If Anti-mage does jump on the Naga, Naga can turn around, net him and easily finish him off. So I think that could have been an easy reality tower for him, and probably then slowly move towards the racks. Whereas he TP's back, and I don't think he's going to do much.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He waits in base for some time, goes towards the bottom lane, has a Manta, has 2600 gold. I mean, a Purge would be good this game, but let's see what he chooses to go for.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
I mean, at that point, just to create pressure to force more people out, he should have just gone at the top lane and pushed more. And just force more TPs out, because that would just save his tower at the bottom lane and probably it creates more pressure in the game. So while you're stealing all the farm, you're utilizing it to the maximum level. Also, for all the people watching this, I just want to say one thing, that everything that I say is all in my opinion, because I am not a professional Naga Siren player. I can only give an analysis on the experience I have since the past 6 years of DotA. So if I do say some things that are not worthwhile or are wrong, then please correct me, since I'm also happy to learn while analyzing everyone else's replay. Naga could also go for a Reborn just for more survivability. He is just some little goal away. 3,200, does he buy it? Need to look at him. Yes, he does. Storm, sleep used to survive. TP's out. TP's where? This is what you call a panic TP. Now, it might sound stupid, whatever, but yeah. Okay, POTM does go towards him, leaps out, gets caught by net, dies. Whereas Storm zips in and gets slept. At that point of his sleep, Naga did have regen in his bottle, so he can get to full mana no matter what. Instead of TPing to base, he could TP in the bot lane, get these creeps, and push the bot lane more, and then use his regen to get full and probably create some more space for his team. Whereas in panic, he does not think, and he, like that's a thought at a low level play where you just think that, okay, I just got caught, I'm gonna die, let's just sleep and double click TP and go back to base. Whereas in an ideal situation, that would be a sleep and TP bottom lane and continue pushing and creating space. These are small tips. I mean, these tips are really beneficial, but they are really, and I mean, there might be really small tips, but they really play a major impact in the game. Void again, guys. At least going for a BKB, so that's a good item, but he is clearly very underfarmed in 31 minutes. I mean, Techies has more farm than him. Techies is the second most farm hero in their team. That really should happen. And about Naga hogging the farm, you can clearly see by the net worth of all the heroes. Earthshaker expected, Techies, I didn't expect it to be so high, but it is high. Necroforce and Void are pretty low, whereas almost little more than double of the Naga, like of everyone, is Naga Siren of his allied team. So he has not created enough space for his team to farm, and he is not utilizing his farm to his maximum potential. Yes, he's getting fat, but he needs to get his team fat with him, since DotA is not a 1v5 game. While they are pushing top, Naga is using his illusions. Trying to micro them, trying to pressure the lanes. Out here, you should send one neutral top, one illusion top, so these creeps out here would die, whichever come, and would, like, when these creeps die, and these creeps are already dead, it gets to push somewhere till here at least. That does help his allies in a way that they can farm the jungle freely. Because being behind in the game and then having not no lanes to farm, no jungle to farm really reduces the farm potentials. Meanwhile, at least the useful thing that Naga is doing is denying the Dire farm Radiant farm by killing off their jungle. He does complete his Heart of Tarask now, making the users more tanky. I mean, creep skipping is really one of the most important things of Naga Siren. And as you can see, he's already 4 slotted. Chod is also kind of 4 slotted. Anti-Mage is 2 slotted. Storm is 2.5 slotted. There are mines there, so he could turn on a kill. He did have a heart, but he couldn't turn on a kill. That's my bad. Yeah, BKB is on, Song of Siren is on, and he is very low, but throw with the BKB blinks and kills him off. I couldn't do much. Chrono on an axe, which I really don't think is good, but okay. Storm can die, no. Everyone is spamming the spell, nothing much happening, just gank. I think Naga out there should have just slept before the BKB and ran out. Not that situation. Naga is not really a strong teamfight hero until he's 6 slotted in my opinion. Like, okay, if you're far ahead in the game, where your full team is dominating, that's a different thing. Then you can just come and fight and destroy opponents. But where your opponents are actually ahead of you, it's really hard for a Naga to kill because you have a troll who can just bounce on you, who has made a blink dagger just to jump on the Naga with ease. You have an anti-mage who, okay, you can disable his blink by net, but you can still come into Stormspeed as an Orchid, which is really beneficial against a Naga. Even though he has a Manta, he already probably uses Manta that fight, so split push I think is the name of the game from Naga Siren, and you can't really team fight. You can cut off lanes, cause the opponents to run back, defend. I think those are the main priorities of a Naga Siren and not come into team fights because people generally don't pick Naga Siren when they really want to fight. People pick it just so that push, win the game, be cheap. Gonna go quickly ahead, let's see what this Naga does. Again, basic plays. I mean, this is normal basic Dota where you're Naga Siren and you keep pushing. I mean, farms top lane, farms the bot lane. Aha. Roshan fight. Must see what happens. Let's check it from here. Okay, so there's a POTM here. Naga sees him. Roshan does get scouted by the mines. POTM does use ulti to survive. Okay, Roshan does not get scouted out. While it goes in but does not chrono, the Naga gets arrowed out there. Sleep, kill Roshan. Okay, that was a miss. Tough. Why it takes. Okay, so many misplays in one gang. So many misplays. I'm going to point out each and every misplay that is according to me. Now, Naga does sleep out here. No, okay. Naga does sleep out here. She just continuously hit Roshan and shouldn't have stopped. She should have spawned his illusions. Now Naga out here spawned his illusions and Miss Micro caused it to attack Roshan, making the illusions completely die. Instead, he should have attacked Roshan in his sleep and probably picked up the Aegis. In the meanwhile, Void out here chronos Roshan and the troll, so he can come and get the Roshan kill, pick up the Aegis. Not a good thing. I mean, yes, you're not. Like Naga should have actually killed Roshan, picked up the Aegis, and they should have just backed out somehow if they could. But what White does not here is okay. He uses this Chrono, disables Troll as well as Roshan, and probably gets the Aegis. But then let's see what they have to lose in this. He time walks in. He can't go out, so Troll can easily chop him off. He's already used his Chrono, so by the time he goes, takes Roshan, gets the Aegis. He's lost all his major items. He can get a BK, he can use his BKB, but Troll can chop him down easily. Troll is found, has a Satanic as well. Storm has 11 Bloodstone charges, can come in the gank with ease, kill off heroes. Let's see. Arrow hits Naga. Oh, it's Teki. There's cheese also there. So, White time walks in, kills Roshan, picks up the Aegis. Troll at the end does get cheese. So, nothing really going in favor of the Radiant in this fight. They did use their spells, but they used it, and it really wasn't useful when they used it. Troll did pop his shield and get full HP again. Actually goes on the rocket. Wow, no, okay. I thought it was a pure arrow, but okay. Just a bash. So yeah, I mean they shouldn't have taken that fight. Let's see what happens. Doesn't got refusal now. It's a fine item, man. Refusal always a okay item. Creating pressure can all 3 lanes. I am going to pause the game, pause the recording for just a minute. Either ways, game has been resumed. Naga continuously pushing. Keeping top. You shouldn't stop pushing while the gank is going on. You should pressure it. There's a tower. A small thing, if I'm not wrong, I noticed. Let's see. Or, I mean, might have been major impactful. Who knows? Let's see what happens. So Naga does the right thing by setting his illusions here, backing out. The tower. And even just follower has forced him to back out, but that turns his illusion on the range axe on melee axe, even though he sees the TP. If he did, I think 200 more damage on the range axe would have been beneficial, really much more beneficial since they do not regen. So it's always a better thing to do. Naga Siren does buy an Eagle Song that reduces buyback goal completely. Could die out here if Zip find the real one, call his enemies. He knows the real one, which one it is. Naga net him on the mana. Arrow does it, the ES who has a Brain Dagger. Gem fallen. I don't know why just look at that POT multi. The thing if Naga does die out here, she does not have buyback, so that could be problematic, but Troll does choose to leave him. Saying buyback is always one of the most crucial things of the game and can be game turning. He does choose to go for a butterfly, which is good enough. Storm does zip and will regen soon since he has 12 Bloodstone charges, so it's make a really big difference to him. Naga farming away. Because does have quite a few mines out here. Let's see. One good thing Naga doing is sending his illusions here, there, scouting out every opponent hero, forcing a Crimson Guard, but mistake he makes as he comes ahead. If at that time Troll just BKB and fought on Naga, he might have killed him. Do they have a gem? Storm does, so they could see this. You should have got vision of it. Anti-Mage does uses Mantra to scout out those mines, it's a good thing. Now Naga's a mistake he's making out here. He has a BOT, right? So while they're pushing mid, his team with the help of long range fissures, with the help of small mines here and there, I think they can try defending the tower. I think Naga should go walk into some other lane, start pushing that lane, send a few illusions mid here and there, probably creep skip, like you could say TP top, push out this lane, spawn illusions, and the illusions here, creep skip, so these creeps die and do not manage to even reach here so that the enemies can push, forces them to come back, and eventually increases his team's gold, reduces the opponent team gold, creates pressure, creates space for his team, and that does a lot. So just waiting here, waiting for them to push and just clear this creep wave, because by doing this, he's getting say probably 200 gold a wave, whereas his allies are getting 0 gold and just staring at the opponents coming. Kill 3 mines. Axe does die to mines, uses blade mail, but I want to see how the techie survive that. I don't know. Fuck it. So anyways, they do manage to defend, but Naga could have done much more in the meanwhile. Troll has 5 slots. Naga almost has 6 slots. I mean, Naga has farmed much slower than the Troll and not utilized his farm as he should have. Storm does BKB and should probably pull him towards... Yes. It's a dead Naga. Out here again. I mean, okay, that's a creeps. Never mind. Took the illusions. Was it after his death he bought it or before his death? He already bought it. Naga should always aim for buyback no matter what. I mean, any hero, for the matter of fact. 45 minutes game, you should prioritize buyback over any item unless it's like a BKB or a Hex or like a game changing item. Whereas a butterfly in a situation, I don't think it's a game changing item in any situation. I'm really bothered about what happens in those gangs and all. Focusing on Naga. He does TP bottom. His radiance is off shockingly. Might have pressed it in panic. So these illusions are not doing any radiance damage. That really causes problems. I mean, like such small misplays. If he did have radiance, he could have killed off these creeps with the radiance creep script and probably just. Like again, I'm saying it's like I'm saying the word. I think the 10,000 times it created more pressure. Naga is 6 slotted. Now I want to see at this point. This should happen. When this happens, the enemy should have around 4.5 slots. I think max. Let's see what happens. Troll has 5 slots. Has gold for a big item. Anti-Mage has 4 slots. That's fine. Storm has 4 slots and 2,000 gold. So I think he should have been much more ahead, considering they have 3 highly farm oriented heroes And since they have so many farm-oriented heroes, they might be dividing the farm among the three heroes, whereas Axe and POTM do get little farm as well. In the meanwhile, Naga occupies the entire map to farm, like not literally, but most of it. So I think Naga's farm should be much higher than what the opponents are. As you can see, Naga's at 2,800 net worth, whereas team is lower than everyone else, while the opponent net worth is evenly spread out between the carries and semi carries. Naga TP's bottom, creates more pressure. Spawns illusions, probably send one mid if you want, send the jungle. Basic Naga plays coming in. I mean, this is always what Naga's supposed to do. Go in every lane, split push, creep skip, which he's not doing in this game, but that's really important. Looks like a major gang. Naga's involved in it, so I really want to see it from the start. Let's see what happens. ES gets picked off before he does anything in the gang, no ulti. Void comes in, uses chrono, hits 4 heroes, but because he's really under farm, he cannot do much. He does have POTM who's eventually a support, but Troll still has a Satanic online. Will kill off the Void. Naga coming to the battle, and here, what can Naga do in this battle? Maybe kill Axe off, that's about it. He will die eventually to the opponent heroes. Does he have buyback? I think he does, which he can buy back, but I think after seeing his 3 heroes dead, Naga shouldn't have even taken the opportunity to come to this battle. But let's see how the battle turns out to be at the end of it. And teammate decides to go there. Naga turns around a bit. Gets bashed. Axe's blink is getting disabled. Buyback from the Void who can't do much. Void does go in, but he does stupid play by the Void because you can't really fight a troll. Like he does blow mines but gets no one. Life stealing. Ah, he dies. That was a good play by Naga, but he eventually does die. He has buyback. That's a good thing. Such a situation, you can see 5 heroes are dead. Now, if it was irrespective, we should just immediately buy back before all this happened and probably TP top, push the lane, creep skip mid, push that lane, and probably if you can creep skip bottom and push that lane as well. So even though you do get almost team wiped, you do get team wiped, the enemy doesn't have to go back, defend the lane, kill those creeps, come back in the lane, and get the push along with them. Waste time, gives your allied heroes enough time to respawn. This will probably be a reactor to Naga does buyback, and let's see how impactful this buyback is. Storm should die, he has no mana, he's a Bloodstone can suicide. Necrophage is ultimate, so he can't buy back as well. Which he already did, so yeah. Sorcerer should not dive so deep, irrespective of that. Let's see what happens now. Naga pushing, 6 slotted Naga. Gaiden gets Roshan, so more advantage going in their favor. I'm not shocked as to why they lost this game. I'll give a complete detail about that once this game clearly ends, because I want to see first how they actually lose it. Every team fight, I want to see which Naga's involved in, because I want to see what the Naga has done in the team fight and what Naga could have done that might have made the team fight turn or made it a better situation for them. 4 heroes made, Ochika, Blink, Echoes, there's a Storm out there. Storm did have Cheese out there, so yeah, 2 heroes, 2 for 0 going. Arrow just missing Naga out there. Necro will also die. This looks like a Lax. Two Laxes, I mean. Not going to have much out there unless Techies manages to somehow kill the opponent heroes, then yeah. Another mistake. Naga did here send 3 illusions at once, so now they kill all the 3 illusions. You can push up easily. He has the Manta back, but yeah, you should have sent 1 illusion at a time. Probably send 1 illusion straight down mid like this, 1 illusion from the corner where you could have probably, or easy way, send 2 illusions straight ahead and 1 illusion around the corner. The enemies focus 2 illusions and don't care about the 1 illusion going somewhere randomly, and probably the 1 illusion could take this route, go all the way here, and then mid and creep skip. That would prevent the enemies from coming high ground. So small tips, small tips. Let's see. Not much of the replays left. Already got 55 minutes, so yeah. All the minor techies do go. Techies have been targeted. Naga net does come, but Storm can still fly. Troll breaking mines. Should be an easy Rex.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks
This is overextending DotA. I mean, I'm not going to watch a replay again now. They got 2 racks. Naga going ham, killing heroes, Toast still has ages. Troll doesn't have satanic, Troll does die, can't buy back. Naga has 7,000 gold. And this is a 3-side mega, and now, yeah, they can't win it now. I just want to see end net worths so that I can just casual defending, casual fighting, but no major comeback can actually be made.
Radiant's middle tower is under Radiant structures are fortified.
Okay, so here is where my replay analysis journey comes to an end. I'm going to talk about a few major mistakes that I feel could have been changed. So Naga is 7th slotted in this game currently. That's fine. Naga at 62 minutes should have had more the way he played. He is leading the net worth chart of his team, whereas all his other allied heroes are completely at the bottom 6. All the 4 of his allied heroes are at the bottom 5. With POT, I mean second last, so that's fine. POT was support. It's the only support in the game. He still has an X. So Naga is 6,700 gold ahead of the highest farm carry in the Radiant team. That's a lot of gold. That's like one complete, massively huge item, which is I think any item for the matter of fact. So he hogged all the lane farm, which he shouldn't have done, because that just denied his allies from farming, as the network shows us. So all his teammates are clearly under farm as comparison to him. He did not provide enough impact by the farm he took. So what Naga should have done is maybe to go high ground, he should have creep skipped much more, because creep skipping really is very important in Naga Siren. So that's one of the most important priorities that Naga Siren should take into consideration. And honestly, I would blame this loss, like, I don't want to be any offensive or anything, but I would blame the loss on the Naga, because he hogged the farm over the map from his allies. He did steal the opponent's farm, that was good, but he did take a lot of farm from his allies, and did not create enough space for his allies to farm while doing that. That really caused a major impact in this game. I mean, you are far behind in the game, so reaching high ground is anyway hard, but where your allies are not as strong as you, or even close to being as strong as you, it already creates a major problem, since we can see that Naga is double the farm of any of his allies and triple the farm of his safe lane carry being the Void. So that really was painful for the team, I feel. Game is over. Whoa. For the first time I'm hearing literally thunder in the UK, but irrespective of that now, coming. So I think that's around my replay. That comes to an end to my replay analysis because, okay, I'm not a professional Naga player, but this is what I analyze from the game and this is what I think could have been changed. Anyone's opinion could be different. Anyone could point out that I'm wrong at what I said, and I would happily argue or debate upon it and finally come to a conclusion as to whether I am wrong or not. If I am wrong, I happily admit it because, yeah, of course, I'm not the best Indian player as well. But analyzing replays is something I am going to do because it will help everyone improve. This might not be advantageous to say 5k players, but it'll surely be advantage to many 3k and 4k players who choose to play Naga Siren and might not have 100% knowledge about it. So yeah, that comes to the end of replay analysis part 2, and it is of the Naga Siren. Shout out to Krish Manial, that is WonKka, for submitting a replay and helping me progress with the replay analysis. That I hope this is successful. For all the viewers out there, you can follow me on Twitch where I do regularly stream my games of ranked matchmaking on twitch.tv/FoE_fear. You can also like my Facebook page, that is facebook.com/Abhishek Unleashed Rane. You can also submit your replays by emailing me on foe.fear.dota2@gmail.com. All these details will be posted in the description below, so you can check that out and see more. So thank you for watching. Please do leave your comments, your reviews, and any way how I can improve, because I am literally trying my level best to make the Indian community proceed and get a better name in the world. So thank you for watching replay analysis part 2. I will release part 3 whenever I get a good enough replay, or probably after 2 weeks. So please do submit your replays, keep supporting, and a massive shout out to everyone who watches the replay, promotes it, and helps me in my successful venture. Thank you so much, people.